Good morning, students. So this is the last class of EdCom. So just a brief revision of what we have seen in the previous classes. So the first, coming to the roles of an IMG. So this five you have to know definitely. C square, L square and P, that is clinician, communicator, leader and member of the core healthcare system, and lifelong learner, and he should be professional. So total there are 34 competencies in the EdCom. So in the first professional year we have 5 modules and 34 hours. So in this table you can see, so we have completed what does it mean to be a doctor, that is first competency, and then what does it mean to be a patient, and then doctor patient relationship, and the foundation of communication between doctor patient, and cadaver as our first teacher. So the first 4 competencies we have taught in physiology. The roles of a doctor are professional, that is medical expert, and then communicator, collaborator, a manager, health advocate, and scholar. So as medical experts, physicians integrate all of the doctor's roles, applying medical knowledge, skills, professional attitudes in their provision of patient-centered care. And the physicians are able to function effectively as consultants, integrating all of their roles to provide optimal, ethical, and patient-centered care, establish and maintain the clinical knowledge, skills, and attitudes appropriate to their practice, and perform a complete and appropriate assessment of a patient, use preventive and therapeutic interventions effectively, demonstrate proficient and appropriate use of procedural skills, both diagnostic and therapeutic. As communicator, physicians effectively facilitate the doctor-patient relationship and the dynamic exchanges that occur before, during, and after the medical encounter. And physicians are able to develop rapport, trust, and ethical therapeutic relationship with patients and families, accurately elicit and synthesize relevant information and perspectives of patients and families, colleagues, and other professionals, accurately convey relevant information and explanation to patients and families, develop a common understanding on issues, problems, and plans with the patients and families, convey effective oral and written information about a medical encounter. And as collaborators, physicians efficiently work within a healthcare team to achieve optimal patient care. Physicians are able to participate effectively and appropriately in an interpersonal healthcare team. And as manager, physicians are integral participants in healthcare organization, organizing sustainable practices, making decisions about allocating resources, and they are able to participate in activities that contribute to effectiveness of their healthcare organization and system, manage their practice and career effectively, and serve in administration and leadership roles as appropriate. As health advocates, physicians responsibly use their expertise and influence to advance the health and well-being of individual patients, communities, and populations. They are able to respond to individual patient health needs and issues as part of patient care, respond to health needs of communities that they serve, and identify the determinants of health of populations that they serve, and promote the health of individual patients, communities, and populations. And as scholars, physicians demonstrate a lifelong commitment to reflective learning as well as the creation, dissemination, application, and translation of medical knowledge. They are able to maintain and enhance professional activities through ongoing learning, critically evaluate information and its sources, and apply this appropriately to practice decisions, and facilitate the learning of patients, families, students, residents, other health professionals, public, and others as appropriate. Contribute to the creation, dissemination, application, and translation of new medical knowledge and practices. So, doctors' duties towards patient and communities. A physician shall always exercise his or her independent professional judgment and maintain the highest standards of professional conduct. Respect a competent patient's right to accept or refuse treatment. not allow his or her judgment to be influenced by personal profit or unfair discrimination, and be dedicated to providing competent medical service in full professional and moral independence with compassion and respect for human dignity. Physician shall deal honestly with patients and colleagues and report to appropriate authorities those physicians who practice unethically or incompetently or who engage in fraud or deception, not receive any financial benefits or other incentives solely for referring patients or prescribing specific products, respects the rights and preferences of patients, colleagues, and other health professionals. A physician shall recognize his or her important role in educating the public but should use due caution in divulging discoveries or new techniques or treatment through non professional channels. Certify only that which he or she is personally verified. Strive to use healthcare resources in best way to benefit patients and their community. Seek appropriate care and attention if he or she suffers from mental or physical illness. Respect the local and national. Duties and obligations of a doctor are duties towards the patient, duties towards law enforcers, and duties towards public, duties not to violate professional ethics, duties not to do anything illegal or hide illegal acts, and duties to each other. So we will see all these six one by one. First, duties towards the patients. So we have to give, the doctor have to give standard care, providing information to the patient or his attendant, and consent for treatment and emergency care. So first, in duties to patients, standard care. This means application of the principles of standard care which an average person takes while doing similar job in a similar situation. That is duty of care and diligence of a prudent doctor, and standard suitable equipment and good repair, and standard assistance where a senior doctor delegates a task to a junior doctor or paramedical staff. He must assure himself that the assistant is sufficiently competent and experienced to do the job and fulfills the prescribed qualifications. A non-standard drug is a poison by definition. Standard procedure indicated in the treatment and surgery. Standard premises like nursing home, hospital must comply with all the laws applicable as imposed by the state, and these must be registered wherever required. Standard proper reference to appropriate specialist. So all these are the standard standard care. So if the standard care is not there, suppose the doctor has prescribed a non-standard drug, it will be like a poison. And also the premises where the doctor is treating, like nursing home, hospital, that also should have standard premises. And proper reference to other specialist doctor is also should be standard. And standard proper record keeping for treatment given and surgery done, x-ray taking and pathological reports, and standard of not to experiment with the patient, and anticipation of standard risk of complication and preventive actions taken in time. Observe punctuality in consultation. So all those will be coming under the standard care. And duty to provide information to patient or attendant regarding necessity of treatment and alternative modalities of treatment, risks of pursuing the treatment, including inherent complications of drugs, investigations, procedures, surgery, etc. And duty to provide information to patient or attendant regarding duration of treatment and regarding prognosis, and do not exaggerate nor minimize the gravity of patient's condition, and regarding expenses and breakup thereof. And the consent for treatment, various types of consent and implications thereof. An emergency care, a doctor is bound to provide emergency care on humanitarian grounds unless he is assured that others are willing and able to give such care. It may be noted that prior consent is not necessary for giving emergency or first aid treatment. So next, duties towards the public. The doctor has to give health education. medical help when natural calamities like drought, flood, earthquake, etc. occur, and medical help during train accidents, and compulsory notification of births, deaths, and notifiable diseases, and to help victims of those of the house collapse, road accidents, fire, etc. And duties towards law enforcers to inform the police all cases of poisoning, burns, injury, illegal abortion, suicide, homicide, manslaughter, grievous hurt, and their natural complications like tetanus, gas, gangrene, etc. This includes vehicular accidents, etc. To call a magistrate for recording dying declaration, and to inform bride burning and battered child cases. A doctor should report the commission of a crime like murder, dacoity, etc. to police or magistrate. If the doctor does not do so, he may be punished under Section 202 IPC. If a doctor treats a person who has attempted to commit suicide, his primary responsibility is to treat patient. He is also legally bound to report the matter to the police. So these are duties towards the law enforcers, police and courts. These are very very important. So most of the doctors don't know, and they land in problems regarding the suicide or medical legal cases. The patients have done something outside wrong, and they comes to the doctor without informing all those things. So the doctor will be in problem because he treats the patients as his responsibility. But we should also be very cautious about the legal things. So duty is not to violate professional ethics, not to associate with unregistered medical practitioner and not allow him to practice what he is not qualified for, not to indulge in self-advertisement except such as authorized by the MCI, not to issue false certificates and bills, not to run a medical store or open shop for the sale of medical and surgical instruments, generic and proprietary names, and not to write secret formulations and no fee sharing, not to refuse professional service on grounds of religion, nationality, race, party politics, or social status, not to attend patient when under the effect of alcohol, not to talk loose about colleagues. Information given by patient or attendant to be kept as secret, not to be divulged to employer, insurance company, parents of major son or daughter without consent. Even in court, this information is given only if ordered by the court. 6 is association with unqualified persons in professional matters, advertising, adultery arising out of professional relation, unlawful abortion, addiction, alcohol. All this will come under professional misconduct. Not maintaining medical records or not providing a copy thereof within 72 hours. Not displaying name and registration number, conviction by a court, sex determination, issuing false certificates, prescribing steroids or psychotropic drugs without indication, or selling Schedule H and L drugs to public, and contributing articles to press with the effect of advertising himself. Can advertise institution but not self, using unusually large signboard and not taking proper consent. And duties not to do anything illegal or hide illegal acts. So performing illegal abortions or sterilization, issue death certificates where cause of death is not known, and not informing police a case of accident, burns, poisoning, suicide, hurt, gas, gangrene, etc. Not calling magistrate for recording dying declaration, and unauthorized, unnecessary, uninformed treatment and surgery or procedure, and doing sex determination. So those are duties not to do anything illegal. And duties towards each other. So doctor must give his teachers due respect and gratitude, and doctor ought to behave to his colleagues as he would like them to behave to him. Doctor must not entice patients from his colleagues even when he has been called as a specialist. When a patient is referred to another doctor, a statement of case should be given. The second doctor should communicate his opinion in writing or over telephone or fax direct to the first doctor. Differences of opinion should not be divulged in public. A doctor must observe the principle enunciated in the Declaration of Geneva, approved by the WMA in 1948. And lastly, coming to rights and privileges of a doctor. So these I have told you already in the previous class, just a revision like them. Right to choose a patient, right to practice medicine, right to dispense medicines, right to possess and supply dangerous drugs to his patients, right to add title, description, etc., right to recovery of fees, right to issue medical certificate, right to give evidence as an expert, right for appropriate appointment in public or government hospital. The patient's rights and responsibilities. The code of ethics of medical and nursing councils define duties of doctors and nurses towards the patient, so that these duties form the basis of patient's rights. So the patient's rights are right to considerate and respectful care, right to information on diagnosis, treatment and medicines, right to obtain all the relevant information about the professional involved in the patient care, right to expect that all communications and records pertaining to his or her case be treated as confidential, right to every consideration of his or her privacy concerning medical care program, and right to expect prompt treatment in an emergency, right to refuse to participate in human experimentation, etc., right to get copies of medical records, right to know what the hospital rules and regulations apply to him or her as a patient, right to get details of the bill, right to seek second opinion. So these things I have told you in the previous class also, just a revision of that. And the responsibilities of the patients are to faithfully undergo the agreed therapy, to follow doctor's instructions diligently, to take necessary preventive measures in case of infectious diseases, and to be aware that doctors and nurses are also human beings and are amenable to mistakes and lapses, to make the payment for treatment wherever applicable, and to respect the autonomy of doctors and nurses, to treat the doctors and nurses with respect, and to be punctual to attend the clinics for the treatment at given time, and to preserve all the records of one's illness, and to keep doctors informed if patient wants to change the hospital or doctor. So lastly, I'd like to give an assignment on the whole EdCom modules of 5 years. So the first 4 which we have taught you in the physiology. So on that I'm giving you 6 questions. So write answers for these questions. So taking help of the previous slides, or you can search in the internet on your own. So write the notes for all these questions and send it to me. Okay, so the first question is enumerate the professional qualities and roles of a physician and discuss the commitment to lifelong learning as an important part of physician growth, and rights and responsibilities of patients, duties of doctors, boundaries of doctor patient relationship, and lastly doctor patient communication, the role of a doctor in effective listening, and the verbal and non-verbal communication. So write the answers for all this and send it to me. Okay, so thank you all.